Well, good afternoon on a Friday. Yes, it's crazy. It's Friday. I don't stream on Fridays. I don't stream at 1:30 in the afternoon. Well, guess what? Yes, I do today. It's Friday at 1:30 in the afternoon. What the heck is going on, guys? Welcome. There's a lot of scream rumors in the universe right now. And when this stuff started hitting basically yesterday, I made a phone call. Guys. I picked up the phone and I called a guy. A guy I know who's very plugged in and a great friend. And I said, dude, did you hear the news? And the rest is history. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today. I'm so happy to bring on my good friend, brother in the Lethal Collective. You guys know him. Please welcome in the chat, Jake from Killjoy Jake. What's up, man?
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? How's it going?
Hey, this is fantastic, man. Who would have thought 1:30 in the afternoon we're here streaming on a Friday? I never do either of those things, Jake.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's good. There's so much to talk about, though. I totally see why you're doing it, man. Oh, it's exciting stuff.
It is, and I had to call. I had to call you. I made a call, dude. You picked up. You picked up on the first ring too. I think our antennas were connected.
I was gonna call you because I'm like, we should go live. There's so much going on right now. We have to talk. This is wild.
It is, dude. It's craziness, and I'm so excited to get into it. And before we do, though, real quickly, just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Love you guys all for being here. I see Julian's here, very excited. Mark, Val, the general's in the house. Sarah is in the house as well. My newest channel moderator, Sarah Campbell. I'm so glad to have you on the mod squad, Sarah. And who else do we have today? I'm scrolling. We've got Michael. What's up, Michael Wilson? Good to see you. Jason Evans. Great to see you. Julian says, welcome to the best horror channel on YouTube. I say that proudly. Well, thank you. It's very nice of you to say that. Mr. Z in the house. Mr. Z, I love it. Chocolate Ice, what's going on? Chocolate Ice, good to see you. Kirsten is here. Great. Love it, love it, love it. Glory74, welcome. Another brand new channel member, just a few days. And A&K Superstorm Productions. Wow. I like it. I like it, Jake.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I like the profile picture too. It's looking professional. I like it.
Very nice. Yes. Welcome to the stream. We're glad to have you here. And to Jake too. Absolutely. You better believe it, man. And Jake's getting all the hellos now. There you go, guys. Yeah. You guys love Jake. We all love Jake.
I love you too.
Himself.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Nothing but love, man. Hey,
lots of love.
Gotta keep the
imagination. There you go. Okay. Right.
I'm curious, man. When you're when you're not streaming, do you ever just find yourself out in public and use your fingers to start doing this, just out of reflex or something?
When I go to the gas station, I buy something to drink. I'm like, yes, here's $5, my friend, and people are just like, yo,
oh yeah,
relax,
take a step back a little bit, Garrett. Let's give us got some room.
Yeah, and people are terrified. I got to stop doing that.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's too
bad. That's too bad.
That is too bad. Welcome, Chris. What's going on? Chris is in the house. Dale Roller. Dale says, enjoy this channel. Well, Dale, thank you so much. Seriously, I really do appreciate that. I'm so glad you enjoy the content. I aim to please. I work hard to try to hopefully give you guys some stuff you enjoy. And it's always nice to hear it when someone does enjoy it. Thank you for sharing that. A&K says, thank you, fellas. Very appreciate it. Absolutely. Carl says, hello from the UK. What's up, Carl? Michael Joe, always good to see you, Michael. Appreciate you being here. All right, I think that's pretty much everyone that's left a comment so far. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. You know how things roll. Jake and I are going to be digging into some massive rumors. I mean, some fun stuff. And we will definitely be keeping an eye on the chat and try to get to your theories, comments, questions, all that good stuff. However, we're not going to get to everyone. Jake, you know how these things go, man. It doesn't matter how much time. There's no way we'll hit everyone's question. But don't take it personal. Just know that you're appreciated, and I'm so thankful you're here and you're in the community. And I do have a way. Jake, what's a way they can get on the express track if they want to get that check? It's question up front. What are they doing?
It looks like Julian's already on that train
dude.
right there. It's throwing out some super chats, baby.
Bam.
So go on ahead and do that for old Craven here.
Oh, and when he says old, he means old. Old crowd. He's not lying. So that's right, Jake. That's how we roll, man. Super chats will get you to the front of the line, and of course, it really does help out the channel, helps keep the lights on. So I greatly appreciate your guys' support as well. So Julian, starting us off with a $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Very, very generous of you. What a nice way to start the stream tonight or today. I'm going to say tonight, probably most of the day, because I always stream at night. It's like it didn't even think, it just like rolls off the tongue. Let's get that stew train clip. You know what? I said I aim to please, and I'm so happy because Jake owns this, like nobody else, like no other guest rocks this clip out with the passion of Jake, of Killjoy Jake. It's incredible. So Jake, after giving you all of that setup, man, I'm being your hype man.
I know.
You're gonna the pressure. Oof. So here we go. Loosen up.
Shake it out. Get ready.
That's right, man. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Stumacher is in the house. Time to get it up.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby.
Oh, Jake. Here he goes.
Get it up.
Get it up.
Get it up.
Get it up, guys, at home. Get those arms moving. Do it for Stu.
Get it up.
Get it up. Jake's going to explode.
Oh,
there it is.
Okay. All right.
Bro, I've missed that so bad.
I just spit all over the place. It was awesome.
I love it. It's Stumacher. It's Stumacher fashion, man. That's what you do.
I think my head's gonna actually explode a little bit. I felt the veins pop in my gigantic forehead. So
I was a little nervous, man. I'm like, oh man, I hope he's gonna be all right. Don't keel over on me now. Julian, thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. And Eric's in the house. I just got home from the dentist. Oh, you guys are my way of feeling better. Well, I'm so glad, Eric. I'm glad you're home. You got through it. Whatever it was, you got through it, man. So kick back and relax. And if they gave you some good medicine, you may even enjoy the stream more, a little heighten your senses. But I'm glad you're home feeling better, and hopefully we'll feel better. And Quentin's here as well. Ronan's here. Says you guys are the best. Thank you, Ronan. Much appreciated. Extron's in the house. I'm at school right now. Hey, multitasking. Just don't let your teacher catch you. Gina's in the house too. Good to see you, Gina. All right. I think we're caught up. All right, here we go. Julian says I was literally dancing. That's awesome. Okay. Speaking of dancing, we got some serious stuff. And Omni's here too. Hey, Omni. 432. Good to see you. I appreciate you sharing my video earlier on Twitter. That was really thoughtful of you to share that. Appreciate it. And Marcel says, greetings from Austria. First snow today. Wow. Austria. That is incredible. Jake, can you do your best Arnold impersonation?
It's funny. I do it terribly, but Matt's my friend, he does it like perfect. Like Matt's
really?
The other guy working on Red Right Hand with me. He does a perfect Arnold. Like I would just embarrass myself if I tried to do it. But if he came on here, he would kill it.
I love it, man. I'll have to remember that whenever you guys come back to talk about the movie in a couple of weeks. We'll have to do that on the stream.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Jake, where do you want to start, man? Because I want to kind of save the mask discussion for. Let's don't start with there. I kind of look at that as like the grand finale, almost, if you will. But I will say this before we actually start, because I haven't said this yet. Everything we're about to talk about are rumors. I want to make this very clear. This is not official press release information. We're going to be talking about the Twitter user Viewer Anon and his comments. So they are rumors, and it might be, some might consider a little spoilery, if that's a word. So I do want to say, if you don't want to potentially know something that could happen, I'm not going to get crazy into like actual, like who's the killer. No, we don't know that, none of that stuff. But there are some elements we are going to discuss that might end up being correct. So if you're really, really concerned and you want blind Scream 6, you probably don't want to, this is probably not the stream to be on, because we're going to really talk about these rumors. All right, so I want to give everyone ample warning so no one gets mad at me and sends me nasty emails at 2 in the morning that I ruined your experience. Okay, so we might be talking what end up being spoilers.
And none of this is like, oh man, the whole movie's ruined. None of it. Like, not a single thing in this is any of that. It's just little kind of like nuances about the movie that are cool to talk about and could lead into some theories about things that it could lead into theories. It's nothing that confirms anything huge about the movie. You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't, because I promise you, neither Jake nor I would ever do that. Because, you know, we're both committed to non-spoilers on our channels, like actually ruining the movie. So we would draw the line, like what we're going to talk about today is probably drawing the line for me. Like as far as like going further, I won't go any further than this. So yeah, good point, Jake. Good point. So it's nothing to be too worried about. I just want to throw that out there, you know, and we'll see where the conversation goes. So Jake, where do you want to start us off with, man? What's got you excited from these rumors?
Well, I could kind of, so I got the tweet pulled up here on my page, and like, there's like, just to start, like, I guess we just kind of start from the beginning, because like Viewer Anon basically, I think it was November 17th that this tweet got put out. So that was yesterday. Yeah. Okay. That's yesterday. I had to double check. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to upload these tweets.
Oh, good thinking. Okay. But
I've got 3 of them uploaded. But tell me in the private chat which one you've got. I may not have that one.
So I have the full, like the long one where he put out a bunch of stuff. It's mostly talking about clips, but in between some of those, he's talking about like some of the other stuff. Like I'm trying to find where that is. But there was so one of the things he said, like one of the first big things he drops is that he got to see a rough version of Scream 6's trailer, and the footage matched the news source's description down to Kirby's role and Gale's phone dialogue with the killer. So that kind of confirms that, and he talks about later on what Kirby's role is, but to kind of just start there, Gale's phone dialogue with the killer, which he says there's a line dropped where Gale says, "You know, you're like the 10th person to try this, right?" So that's kind of interesting. That's the first time in the franchise history we'd get an actual phone call between Gale and Ghostface. Kind of weird to think about, right?
Yes, it is. We've never seen that. All of these years, all of these movies. And we almost got it in Scream 2 until Randy took the phone out of her hand. Remember when they were outside before he got killed? So she almost got that call. It was intended for Gale. But yeah, you're right. It's never happened. And I'm excited. It's like it needs to happen. And of course, you know, Jake, we've talked about how wouldn't it be crazy if we've got the Scream 3 voice changer back and we've got Dewey on the phone.
Oh,
could you imagine that? Oh my
that would be
gosh.
messed up, dude. So
messed up. But I would love it and I would hate it all at the same time. You know, it's like, I'd be like, this is great. They got the voice changer back. Then I'm like, no, you son of a gun. You not Dewey. You know, don't do that. But yeah, man. So Ghostface, she gets the call. And I wonder if she's going to get, like, if it's going to be multiple calls. Like how much, because I really hope she has a big role, like really a co-lead, if you will, with Sam and Tara. You know, I don't know.
I agree. I think one of my biggest things about Scream 5 that I didn't love was when you're doing a requel, you got to balance both the stories 50-50. And I feel like it was a little more 70-30. You know what I mean? Like it was mostly the new stuff, kind of with the legacy characters. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. That's a great way to say it. And also want to say hi real quick to Nathaniel and Melissa and Wayne. Glad you guys are here.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. And so I agree. That was the big thing about 5 as well. It was the legacy characters were there. Dewey got some decent time, but outside of Dewey, the other two were just kind of there. They're almost like, yeah, let's bring the gang back, but there wasn't a whole lot to it. So yeah, I absolutely agree that I want to see that Gale featured more, especially now that there's no Nev and there's no Dewey. So we really just have her. And so let's use her. Let's see her. Let's get her back to that Scream 2 Gale, where she's just on fire. She's passionate. She's, you know what I'm saying? She's in control, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd love to see that in this new movie. Just a little more focus on her as a character. And that's kind of my thing about criticizing that about Scream 5 is they still ended up putting a lot of really good character development for all three of the legacy characters. I think where all three of them went makes sense. I thought it was a cool direction to take that. I liked. I don't know. I liked it, but I could have used a little more, I guess. From them.
More balance. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's talk about. I'll pull this up. Oh, and real quick, I see in the stream Val, the general. Today is her 10th month anniversary as a channel member. That is crazy. That's like almost a year. Val, where does the time go? She says, "Woohoo! 10 awesome months of great content and fun. End of the month will be 1 year since I found your channel, Craven." Wow, that's crazy, Val. Applause to you, Val, the general. Thank you so much for such faithfulness. That is incredible. 10 months is amazing. That is really amazing, and it means so much to have you here. Your support. You're the general in the chat, and just a great friend and so kind in your messages when you reach out to check on me. Your genuine care and as for me is really appreciated, Val. It means a lot. So thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Okay, so here we go, Jake. You ready? We're going to talk about Kirby's job or vocation for the movie, and we're seeing here that Kirby is now an FBI agent. What do you think, Jake? How do you feel about that, man?
I read this a few times. It's interesting. I think it can work. The thing I said in my video was, I think the big draw to her character, why a lot of people liked her, was because she was this rebellious teenager who's like also badass and like kind of just does whatever she wants. I feel like making her an FBI agent kind of strips her of like one of those really cool things about her character. You know what I mean? I hope it doesn't. I hope she's still like kind of rebellious, does whatever she wants, but maybe a little more, by the book this time around. I just hope we don't lose that, that side of her, or also like the nerdy horror movie side. Don't just like boil this character down to straight-laced FBI agent. You know what I mean? Like that would be such a waste of her character, I think personally. But if they want to give her that title, like she's an FBI agent now, she's working to make sure nobody else gets a Jill in their life. Okay, that could work. That could be cool. It also is kind of exciting, though, on the other side of that coin, because that means that our Ghostface this time around is going to do like something crazy that requires FBI involvement. What does that mean? There's so many different possibilities they can go with that, I think. And it does intrigue me, but I just hope they don't ruin Kirby's character with it.
Yeah, totally makes sense. What you're saying. And, the thing I'm hoping for, because she does have that little rebellious streak in her. And my hope is that maybe she's just a rebellious agent too. Like, sometimes you see these characters that play these cops and detectives, and like Jack Bauer at 24. There's a bunch of these that have this little, like, they're not afraid to be a little rebellious and not quite by the book, I guess you'd say, like you mentioned the bill. And so my hope is they would keep that side of her personality into it. And maybe even like makes a comment where I got to go, I got a cough by my mouth and it's messing with me. Sorry. She may be like, "Hey, I got to go be on this case." And they're like, "Well, you can't mess up. This is your last, you're on your last leg here. What you've done." I'm just, who knows, right? So I hear what you're saying. I hope that they will keep that personality intact for her. But the FBI angle is interesting because when you're talking about FBI, that's a federal. So, which tells me usually when you see FBI involved, Jake, it's because it's across state lines, right? When the minute you cross out of state, you're now a federal investigation, not just local or state. So could that mean that we're going to have killings happen in Woodsboro, and then these killers move and migrate to New York, and it continues, and now it's a federal case because we've got a serial killer that's in 2 different states, and that brings the FBI. What do you think about that, man? You think we may see that?
That makes sense. I mean, that makes sense for why the FBI would get involved. You know what I mean? For something like that right from the get-go, too, because I don't think Kirby's going to be like, well, I mean, maybe, but I think Kirby's going to be there for at least like introduced in the first act. You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, hey, we just found something out about this killer that they're not from New York or something. It's like, oh, now we have the FBI getting involved. Maybe. But I feel like Kirby getting established from the get-go would be more fun because then you're like thinking, oh, could she be the killer somehow now? An FBI agent is somehow running the Ghostface show or something. It's the government involvement now or some crazy something real deep in there, something crazy like that. That could be cool. I'd be down. I'd be down for something like that. I just want to see Ghostface do something bigger and more wild than ever before. And this is what all of this is. I think that's the big thing you think about when you think of a character becoming an FBI agent is this has to become a way bigger case now, something that's going to affect maybe the entire country, which could be an interesting angle for the Scream franchise to take.
Dude, could it be that the Cult of Craven, Cult of Craven, that's me. That's the channel.
You're doing this.
Me. I'm the one that's behind the whole thing. No, but the whole Cult of Ghostface, possibly Stu Macher. Like, of course, I want Stu Macher to be the mastermind, as you guys know. But it's interesting when you're dealing with killers in different states. Because, I've talked so many times, Jake, about Scream 5 and how if Stu was the one that started that thread in Dreaded, and remember, Amber uses the language about how she was radicalized and she just wanted to be a part of something. That's very cultish. And so, what if the actual mastermind is Stu, and now we're getting more breadcrumbs to that because we've got multiple Ghostface in different states. And it's like, wait a minute. Now, of course, don't get me wrong. Ghostface can jump on Delta or United and fly like anybody else. But it's much more cool to think about Ghostface in different states.
Yeah.
And doing it. That would be just really, really cool. Any way you look at it, though, man, I think the FBI angle is very interesting, and it definitely speaks to something. Here's the word, popular word of the day. It speaks to something elevated.
Oh.
It's elevated. It's not just small town. Yes. It's not just the small town murder. We got the FBI investigating this deal. So
yeah,
and not only that, probably FBI Kirby agent being attacked, which you're really gonna bring out the hornet nest, poking the hornet's nest when you attack an agent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Now Julian thinks that Radio Silence is watching our channel and our channels and getting the. I hope they are. Radio Silence. Please help us out. We got some ideas here that need to take legs. They need to walk.
I can't remember what we said on his. I said something in my video like once. I made a Scream update and I said something. I was like, oh, they need to do this if Scream 6 is going to be successful. And I remember like the next day, like I woke up to all these people saying like, oh, new Melissa Barrera interview. Go check this out. I mean, she's saying the same thing I said in a video. I'm like, bruh, like I just posted that video yesterday. That is so like almost word for word. I think we talked about it on the collective stream once, but I was just like, what? I'm like, there's not like, come on, what is going on here? I thought that was just so weird. Probably a coincidence, but just like, what the hell?
You know what? It may not be too. So I'm telling you, man, I do, because you and I had talked many times about how, and I think Radio Silence has even talked about how they are, they are active in social media. Like they watch, like they're keeping an eye on what's out there on Twitter and different stuff. And that's why, like, if I post something, and again, I don't expect him to see anything I post, but I don't care. I sometimes I'll tag Matt and Tyler and Chad, and why not? Like, especially if it's Stu Macher related, I'll throw them on there, and James and Guy, and I'm like, who knows? If they look at it, maybe they'll see it and be like, hey, you never know. So
you
can't
never know,
hurt.
Man. Did you hear about their Escape from New York movie they might make?
I just did yesterday, dude. Yes,
Dude.
Radio Silence Direct, and Kurt Russell's back.
Maybe. He might be
Maybe.
back.
Maybe.
How do you? I'm just real quick side tangent. How do you feel about them doing an Escape from New York movie?
I don't really know how. I don't picture, like, I would never picture that if you were to say,
right?
Who would you pick for this? I would never say Radio Silence movie all the way.
Yeah,
interesting. I don't know, dude. It's almost like they're wanting to branch out. Maybe I don't know.
I get, like, for Scream, it works because, like, after watching Ready or Not, you're like, this is very Scream inspired. You can see the influence in Ready or Not. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But with Escape from New York, I'm like, that's a weird choice. I don't think it'll be bad. Like, I feel like they'll probably do a pretty good job, but I just think it's just an odd choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's an odd choice too. I do. I
they've just always done smaller stories. You know what I mean? That's got to be a way bigger, gigantic, big budget movie. I'm curious what that looks like. I don't know. I'm fascinated. Cool choice.
It's a great opportunity. They would have never gotten that, I don't think, without being the directing Scream. That's what Scream will do. It's such a huge, in terms of the genre, it is a giant. You're taking on, like, you're given the keys to one of very few exclusive, vehicles in the genre. That's one, and that's going to open doors for you, especially when it's really successful. And now they've got the second one coming out, and I think the third one's being written as we speak. I think James and Guy are writing a script now for it. Personally.
I do too. Yeah.
I
think they have it all planned out. I mean, remember we were talking about how they had gotten McGill University ready to go for this past summer, like all the way back in January before the movie came out. The first movie came out. So, like,
that's right.
they have some kind of plan for sure. You know what I mean? They got some kind of outline going on.
They absolutely do. And real quick, I want to acknowledge a couple of folks. We got Ghostface Fanatic was in the house. Ghostface Fanatic, such a great supporter of this channel, man, for such a long time. Today is his 7-month anniversary of being a channel member, a Director's Cut channel member, by the way, which is almost it's just under my highest level of membership you can select, which is very, very generous of you, Ghostface Fanatic. And he says, hello, guys. I'm glad to be a member of this channel. It's been 7 months now. You guys are my inspiration. It's been fun. Oh, Ghostface Fanatic, thank you so much, man. That's so kind of you. And I appreciate you so much. I really do. Your faithfulness is so wonderful. And I want to get you back on the channel soon, man. So stay tuned. I'm going to reach out to you on Instagram. So thank you so much for that. And we got us another super chat, Jake. Tanisha coming in with a $2 super chat. Here we go. Thank you, Tanisha. Says, hey, Craven and Jake, Stew Train, babe. Scream 6 trailer. Heck yeah.
Yes.
All about that. I think it's time for us to get it up again, man. Let's see here.
Oh, man. Oh, geez.
I think so, man. Let's see, because we're slowly crafting our discussion to get towards a Mr. Macher. So nobody leave. We are just getting started here. Trust me. But in the meantime, let's get it up, Jake. You ready? Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get it up.
Here you go, Tanisha. This is for you.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby! Get up! Get up!
Get it up, guys. That's Stew Train.
Get up!
Yeah!
fun.
Oh, let's go.
My gosh, that was amazing.
All right.
Yes. Thank you, Tanisha. All right. Okay.
Omni is saying that "Get It Up" will never not be an erection joke to me.
I mean, I guess it's up to individual interpretation. I'll leave it at that. But my intended communication is clearly what we just heard.
Not that. No, not
clearly not that. Not Omni's idea. No. That's so funny.
Love it.
Magnet's in the house. What's up, Magnet? What's going on? What's up, Nelly? Nelly's here as well. All right. Hey, Jen, what's going on, Jenical? Good to see you here.
Genical tentacles.
Genical tentacles. We are rolling. That's right, Jason. You know it. You know what's up, man. Ted Ratchet says those moves. I hope Jake gets to dance in Red Right Hand. Jake, can you give us that? Is that a spoiler, or can you share that?
I can't say. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't say.
Oh, okay.
I will say this: we cut an entire dance number. Swear to God, like hand to
Seriously?
God, we cut. Yeah, we in the script there was a sequence, and I can't tell you why, but there was an entire dance sequence. Yeah, that's really all I can say without spoiling anything. But yeah, hey, look at that. Oh, wow. Red Right Hand, a Scream fan film, comes out on December 20th. Shameless plug. Go check it out. Go check out the trailer now, too.
Yes. Check out the trailer, my friends. You got to see it. It's amazing on Killjoy Jake's channel. Red Right Hand is, like Jake said, December the 20th. Guys, it's going to be friggin' amazing. I promise you're going to love it. And I am so pumped. I'm going to have Jake, Matt, who co-wrote, directed with Jake, and or maybe maybe I shouldn't say co-directed because that may be all you. You may be the director. Did he co-write?
Yeah, we both share the director and writer title.
So. Okay, I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to pull away any credit from you, man. So yeah, they're going to be on the channel soon. We haven't booked the date, but we will. And Jake's trying to get some of the cast lined up to come on as well. It's going to be a Red Right Hand stream. We're going to be talking, asking questions. We're going to get maybe a clip to share. We'll have to see.
Working on that. Working on that part of it. Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Matt. So yeah, Matt's co-writing and co-directing with me because he's an expert on another angle that we wrote into the script. I was the Scream guy. There was like another aspect to the movie that you don't know about yet that Matt was an expert on. So that's why he's working on it with me. So that's all I'll say. All I'll say for now.
Oh, I'm excited, guys. You guys got to get pumped. It's gonna be awesome. As we get closer, I'm gonna be promoting it like crazy here. And I'm so excited to be an executive producer of the movie. I'm very honored and I'm very excited about that. And so trust me, you're going to see, and I've heard a little birdie, without saying specifics, told me there are some amazing exclusive limited merch in the works for Red Right Hand. And I can tell you, I know what it's going to be, and you guys are going to flip your lid. And you're going to want to pre-order it the minute you hear about it. You're like, sign me up because I'm going to be ordering it. I can tell you that. So, oh, yeah. Jen says, no spicy mustard. Oh, what?
There's never enough spicy mustard.
You can never have enough of this.
Do you feel the hunger tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a little hungry?
Sing it, guys. Wanna be a
hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite,
I'm a hot dog.
Wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can.
You can.
'Cause I'm a hot dog. Wow.
There you go. That's for you, Jen. And Val, yes, everyone. If you have not yet subscribed to my amazing friend Killjoy Jake's channel, you guys got it. What are you doing? As Fate would say, you've got to go and do that right now. It's in the chat. Just smash that link and hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. And then after the stream and after the Lethal Collective and after Jake's, and then you can join Jake's stream and watch his stream tonight. Because you're going to have Matt with you tonight, right? We're just talking about that.
Yeah, me and Matt are doing a stream tonight at like 7:30ish after the Lethal Collective. We're talking about Scream 6 news. He's been wanting to get on a stream for a while. We just haven't been able to get something going. He's got a lot of thoughts on Scream 6 too that are actually like pretty different from how I feel about it. So I'm actually I'm really excited to talk with him about it as well. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. All right. Bratwurst or better. Well, you know, Omni, as long as you got that spicy mustard, I think it's going to be all right, no matter what.
Yes.
Okay. Kevin says, you think there's going to be a new movie, The Hills Have Eyes, in the future? I don't know. That's a good question. I wouldn't be shocked one day if they end up doing that. What was the last one? It was 2009, I think, the sequel.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, dude, did you hear about all these companies merging and focusing on horror movies and all that? Like, dude,
bro,
this is insane. Walter Hamada, who was in charge of like DC and all the superhero stuff from them, he quit that to focus on horror movies. Like, that is how booming this market is right now. It's wild. That and also Jason Blum's Atomic Monster and Jason Blum, they're gonna merge their companies just to focus solely on horror movies, which is like just nuts. That's insane to me. I don't know. I'm so excited for the future of horror. We're entering a golden age, I think.
I think so too, man. Seriously, I really believe it. And when I saw the article, and I'm doing a video on it, guys. It'll come out probably. Gosh, I don't even want to say anymore. It's so hard. Every time I say it's going to come out at a certain time, something else happens. It's going to be coming out soon, today or tomorrow is my goal, and it is about James Wan and Blumhouse coming together, and it's going to be incredible. I think the potential is amazing. Because in the article, Jason Blum says, sorry about my voice, guys. It's really not being friendly right now to me. Jason Blum makes a comment on how he's like 70% business and like 30% creative. And James Wan is the opposite. He's like 70% creative, 30% business. And that's why the marriage quote is going to work. And so what excites me about this, Jake, is that James Wan is going to be able to be let loose. Not that he's not now, but he's really going to let him loose. And he's going to have his own movie within like he'll be able to make his own movies within the label. And it's really, the way it's explained in the article, I'll share the article later in my video, but it's really cool. And I think it's going to allow James Wan to go crazy. That's the way I looked at it. So,
and that's so exciting. You know what I mean? Like, James Wan has put out a lot of great horror movies. Not as like Malignant was great, obviously, but like back in like the early 2010s, there was so many movies that he would put out that were awesome horror flicks. So I'm excited to see what else they do with this merger. You know, if it like what they do, what could come from it. I'm just it's really exciting. It's one of the best times to be a horror content creator, I'll tell you what.
Yes, it really is. It's so awesome. And what's going on? Renee joined the chat. What's going on? And Bobby Joe's here as well. Glad y'all are all here. And all other 64 of you amazing folks that are here. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's move on now from Kirby. Oh, and Ernie Bird is here. All right. So, hold on a second. Before we do that, we got ourselves a super chat. Lighting Ghost coming in with the $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. What is your favorite twist ending? Oh my gosh. Mine is 7.
Ooh,
Jake,
great choice.
Do you want to tackle this first?
Man, I mean, there's so many good twist endings. I love the first time I watched Saw, it really got me. I loved that twist. I'm trying to think like what else off the top of my head. But that was a really good one. I love, some of the Scream 4 really got me. That was one of the only ones I hadn't known about who the killers were previously. Yes. That was good. Man, it just really, I'm drawing a blank on this one for whatever reason. I'd never really thought about what my all-time favorite twist to like in a horror movie or any movie it really is. But there's a lot of good ones out there. There's a lot of good ones, let me tell you. Even the original Scream, I think, has a good twist. A lot of those. The dogs are excited too.
My dog is extremely excited about twist endings. Those barking now is Brutus.
Oh,
and Brutus loves twist endings. And he also likes to go outside. So my wife's letting him outside right now for us to get a break from his singing. So I'm going to say obviously the Scream 4, the Jill, I'm with you. Scream 1, insane reveal. But just because I watched this movie just a few days ago on a watch party over on Popping the Popcorn, Katie's channel, one of my favorite movies, and the twist was amazing, was called The Uninvited from 2009.
Yeah. That is a good one. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's so good, dude. I've seen that movie like, no kidding, like 5, nothing crazy, like 5 times. And I'm still in the moment with all the suspense. It was so well crafted and performed. And I'm not going to say anything because if you guys have not seen The Uninvited, 2009, it's a must watch. You guys, if you like suspense.
Did you know that's a remake?
I did know that, but I never saw the original. Is it Korean or Asian?
It's foreign. I want to say it's J horror, but I'm probably wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure. I've always wanted to see the original though, because I do really like that one. Out of all of those, like in the thousands, there's so many remakes of like the J horror movies, the Korean horror movies, and that's just one I never ended up watching. But a lot of those are the original ones, especially too, are really good and a little different. So they're all worth a watch. The remakes and the originals.
I agree. 100%. Lightning Ghost, what a great question. Thank you for your super chat. Your amazing question. Got Jake and I's noggins turning. Got the gears rolling. So for your clip, Lightning Ghost, I think it's time for us to maybe visit Moose and Toaster and Moose. I think it's about that time. So here we go, guys. Let's get it up for. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change things up. Are you in the mood for some Crispin Glover dance?
Always. When am I not in the mood for that?
Yes. So here we go, guys. Get your dancing shoes on. Crispin Glover says it's time to dance. Or is it? Now here we go.
What were those sounds? Oh my god.
Oh man, I work very hard to find off the beaten sounds for my clips, and hopefully you enjoyed that. You know what I did there? I the first part of it is in like real time, and then about midway through that clip, I reverse the audio track and loop it in reverse. So that's why it's like at the end. It's
I love it.
Jen says that's weird. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Whenever people say they don't like Friday Part 4, I just want to play them that clip. I'm like, how can you watch this and not be amused?
Bro, it's awesome, man. It's a really good Halloween. It's a really good Friday movie too, man. Like one of the best.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's actually it's actually Knight's favorite.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah.
Yeah, the Night was on. Mm-hmm.
That's probably close to I don't know if that's my favorite or not, but I do really love the final chapter. It's really good.
Yeah, and you get Corey Haim. I mean, not Corey Haim. Oh my gosh, Corey Feldman in there.
Yeah, and he's great. He's awesome. Young Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I love it.
Great characters, great Jason, good kills too. I don't know. It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie, and a great question. Such good stuff. And let's see now. Okay, so we were moving from Kirby, right? And now let's move ahead to what I'm very excited. There's two big things. The first one is around the title. Now, Jake, when this movie was announced in, I think, February, I'm pretty sure. Remember, we were on the collective. You and I streamed together. I mean, over the last several months. And I think consistently I've been saying, whatever you do, don't name it Scream 2. And that rhymed. Like, pick like a subtitle. I don't care anything. Just don't. I don't care if it was the worst subtitle. You're like, what? I would say yes. That's still better than Scream 2. But we've been nervous, right? Because we saw the director's chairs. Remember, with the Scream and the 2 exclamation points, and then we saw the clipboard, the electric clipboard, for marking scenes. Again, the Scream with the 2 exclamation points. Well, Jake, if we were to believe viewer Anon, we have good news. At least if you're on that front, and I think you agree, right? You didn't want it to be Scream 2, right?
I didn't want it to be Scream 2. I didn't want it to be Scream, just louder.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. So this, what you're about to get into, though, is pretty exciting. I like this angle.
Yes.
I like this angle a lot.
I do too. So, guys, in case you haven't heard, we're going to dig into it right now. This is, according to the rumor, again, remember, grain of salt, everyone. I should have said get your salt shakers out. Take a grain out, pinch it out. But if it's true, if it's true, check this out, guys. Jake, would you mind reading this for us, my friend?
So viewer Anon said, but there was a kicker. While previous sources swore the title was Scream, the new source had been adamant it was in fact Scream 6 with Roman numerals. And the title card on the trailer I viewed, Scream 6 with Roman numerals. What do you know? What do you know?
Wow. The title card on the trailer I viewed is, there you go. Scream 6. Look at that. Yes, there we go.
Nice.
So this is the first concept art I've seen with already jumping on it. So Jake, my friend, I so badly want this to be true, and that this is the movie. And I know you mentioned you liked it, but this is a unique way to do it too, right? Instead of being just a 6, they're differentiating themselves with the Roman numerals. And I've heard some people think, and I want your opinion on this because I don't think we've talked about this in a while. I'll tell you my opinion after yours. I want to hear yours first. But some people out there have expressed concerns that if they name it Scream 6, it's going to hurt the box office sales. And I'm like, Now, I have a thought on it, but I want to get your thought. What's your impression of that?
I think that we're in a day and age where horror films are just way more popular than even like 10 years ago. Like even like 10 years ago, horror movies were pretty big. Like they were making some good money, but like, I don't think this is going to deter from that. You know what I mean? You can kind of put like certain labels on horror movies and they're just going to make money no matter what. If this is at least has the word Scream in it and you're advertising it with Ghostface, people are going to go see it. If you don't believe me, Halloween Ends is a perfect testament to this. That is not a movie even in the slightest about Michael Myers. It is called Halloween. It crossed the $100 million marker. I don't know, man. I mean, I think they can honestly call this thing anything and it'll make money as long as you have the word Scream in there and you advertise it with Ghostface. That's all they really need to do. And I think that's what everyone is kind of learning via like past Halloween Ends. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Yes. No, 100%, man. And I agree with you. Like that was my perspective as well. I don't think it's going to hurt the movie at all because you're not going to watch a title. We're going to watch, like you say, Ghostface killing people and solving the mystery. That's what Scream is. So, yeah, I don't think it's an issue. I think it's actually, like I say, I think it's a good thing because you're calling it what it is. Everyone knows it's Scream 6. You're not fooling anybody. And so I'm like, just call it what it is. And I love the fact that if it comes true, I think it's great. I like the move. And this will do 150. I think 150 I know it's early. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but for right now, I'm thinking 150, Jake, in
Yeah.
the Universal, worldwide 150. What do you think?
I honestly, I'm on the same boat as you. I think it makes a little more money than Scream 5, just a little more.
Hmm.
Not like not on, maybe not under, maybe not. I don't know. It could make 140. I honestly 140 to 150 is my
Yeah,
estimate right now. That's kind of that would be my guess, I guess.
I think so too. I really do. Um, and it's real interesting when I read that interview from Radio Silence, and I wish I had it, like I could pull it up still. It was a long time ago, but they talked about why that's on me. I just caught that in my eye. Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's so funny that you bring this up because Jake, I'm going to leave it on the screen for a minute because in an interview, Radio Silence actually said on a Zoom interview that the main reason they named it Scream and not Scream 5, it wasn't because everyone was theorizing, well, they don't they're doing it because they don't it's going to hurt the box office. It's been 11 years. They don't want to use the turns out. Maybe that was a little bit. Maybe I can't say it's not a little bit in there, but it turns out they said that the main reason they did that was because they wanted the movie to be a part of the meta joke in the movie, which is what Omni said here when
Yeah.
they talk about Stab 8. Just call it Stab 8. You're not fooling anyone.
Yeah. I mean,
And
they
that
wouldn't have
was the
included
meta.
that. Yeah, they wouldn't have
Yeah,
included that if they weren't trying to make fun of themselves a little bit or other requels at the time. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Yes.
I,
Yes.
I love
And
that about the film. Honestly, I think I kind of respect it for just being called Scream now. You know what I mean? Like, it works with the
yeah,
commentary.
it does. It kind of changed. I still think, like, I still wish it had been Scream 5 at the end of the day, but I will tell you that I've kind of I've learned to view it a little differently now because when I found out about the whole meta joke, I'm like, okay, well, now I understand that side of why it was done, which kind of makes kind of cool because it fits within the joke of the of Chelsea. So anyway, that's interesting now. But the reason I say that is because it shouldn't be a shock that they do Scream 6 because they never had a problem doing Scream 5. It was just part of the script, the joke. So anyway, Scream 6, guys, if the rumor holds, that is going to be what we see at the end of Scream. And you see how that M is done there, which I think is really cool,
Yeah.
where you make half of the M, the V, the I, and I love because all of the the first four movies, the font is in white, the numbers red. That's how it's always done. So, and then this is a fan poster. Let's be clear, but I love this idea, and I hope they adopt it like this because it's perfect. The V is right there in the M. What do you think about that, man? Do you like this kind of design, or would you rather it just be Scream V1?
No, I love this design. I think it's great. If they like if this was the title, like if that's what they do it as, I'd be very happy with that. I think that would be great. And
Yeah.
like something I've been talking about in my videos recently, I'm like, like I'm making this big stink out of the Scream and all that, with the exclamation points. But like whatever they call it, Craven, we're all just gonna call it Scream 6 anyways. That's the thing at the end of the day. I mean, people refer to Scream 2022 as Scream 5 all the time in interviews. I was talking
Yes.
about that David Arquette interview the other day where he's talking about how, hey,
Yep.
maybe Dewey could still be alive. He was talking about, he says specifically in Scream 5, I died. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's not calling it Scream 2022. He's saying Scream 5.
It's Scream
So
5. That's
even
right.
they call it that. Even they call
It's
it Scream
true.
5. It's like,
Yeah.
let's just call, like moving forward with the franchise. I hope we just go back to the numbers and do it Roman numeral style because that would be fun. I like that. It kind
Me
of
too.
reminiscent of Saw,
Oh, dude, seriously. Yeah, exactly. It works, man. I like the way that looks. Denisha says, Craven, I subscribe to the Movie Bros React. Thank you so much for that. We are trying to get to 500 subs. I've got another channel. It's Movie Bros React, and we're at 437 subs. Our first milestone is 500. So we're getting there. Thank you, Denisha, for that. And we did a watch party last night. Jake, we watched a movie called Unhuman. It's a Blumhouse production. Have you seen it?
I just watched that. Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
I watched that last week. What did you think?
Well, I will tell you this. Of everyone on the panel, there was the overall average score from 0 to 5 stars. The group total, when you add everyone's rankings, was 1.7 stars.
Oh, wow.
Group.
Okay.
The highest ranking came from Eric, the Bearded Entertainment. He gave it a 4 to 4.5. Carbonite was a 2.5. I gave it 2 stars. Bob Hunt hated it. He gave it half a star.
Wow. Okay.
Bye Bye Polar hated it. Gave it half a star. And then I'm trying to think who am I? Jack Stannis gave it 2 stars. And Sarah. Oh, Sarah, if you're still in the chat, my memory, help me out. But Sarah, I think she gave it a low rating. She gave it a low rating too. And so the overall group was the premise was the good. There were 2 shocking twists that we all shocked by. But what we didn't like was the dialogue. The script writing I thought was terrible. It was so and the whole existential crisis. I'm like, you are being chased down by zombies, and you're worried about your high school status. I'm like, give me a break. So what did you think, buddy?
I like probably 1.5 to 2 stars. Like I agree with you. I was like, I don't know what the hell. Like I was kind of almost disappointed when that one twist happens, like where it's like, oh, it isn't actually the thing you're thinking it is. Well, that's as far as I can get into that without spoiling it. I was like, there's a reason this movie hasn't been made before. You know what I mean? Like that's the first thought that crossed my head. I'm like, there's a reason no one else has tried to do this because it's just not that interesting as a concept opposed to what the other thing could have been. You know, does that make? I'm trying so hard to tiptoe around the spoiler. You know,
it's hard. I know.
Yeah, but I just kind of wish, like, I'll be honest with you, Craven, I may have been on a certain substance watching that movie too, and it wasn't that interesting. You know what I mean? Even then, I was like, "Fuck, this is still like, I need a little more from this." You know, I need something else to pull from this. That's all I can say without, there you go. But I don't know, man. I was kind of just like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I enjoyed the company. Like it was great that we all had a great time. You know, like if you see a bad movie, if you're watching it with people, it makes it more fun. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
It makes a huge difference. Sarah gave it a 1 star. I thought it was 1. I want to make sure. Thanks, Sarah. What's up, Marcus? I shot him 6 times. What's going on, man? Glad to see you're here. All right. He said, do you think Kirby and Detective Walters are partners or work on the case if it's confirmed Kirby's a cop? Well, here's an interesting thing, Marcus, I want to share. That I saw something, I think it was from Viewer Anon. That whole Detective Walters, that was Eclipse Comprehend deal, is where that came from. And if Viewer Anon mentioned that a bunch of the characters are going to be different than what we think, their names and stuff. So Jake, the rumor is now that he may not even be Walters. That whole Rebecca is not even real. Yeah. That was all not even true. You heard that? You've heard that as well, right?
Yeah. Anything that Clip said at this point, I just don't count as canon. I never really trusted the guy in the first place, and then what happened, you know, it's just like, okay, but I'm not taking any of that as true, honestly. Any of the character descriptions, the trailer stuff, like obviously that didn't happen. So, and the guy's been silent now. He hasn't tweeted anything.
Nothing
is what. Yeah, so I don't believe anything he says personally. I would honestly, out of all the things he suggested, though, that was the coolest angle. You know what I mean? Like that would have been cool if it was true, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it is at all. I'm like, nope, okay. It came from clips, so never mind. So there's no, I don't expect there to be Walters at all. Now, but to your question, could he be partners? Well, Kirby's supposed to be, the rumor is FBI, and the rumor for what's his name, Maroney, was that he was a police officer, like a New York cop. So who knows? Maybe that was wrong too. Maybe he's FBI too. Maybe they're both FBI agents. Who knows? At this point, it's possible.
It would be cool if he was Ghostface, though. I wouldn't be against a Dermot Mulroney killer. That could be cool.
Yeah, I could go for that. And hey, Zoe, what's going on, man? Glad you're here. Oh, yeah, Sarah needs her. Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. I got to give Sarah her wrench. I keep forgetting. There you go, Sarah. You've been wrenched, my friend. All right.
Whoa. Damn. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I love how you announced that at the beginning of the stream too. You're like, "Oh yeah, Sarah's my new mod and all that." And she didn't give her that's just funny. Sorry.
It is funny. Hey, Jason. Oh no, only 50 likes with 60. We got 64 people here right now. What are you doing, bro?
What?
Oh no.
Hit the like. Yeah, do it. Go on and do it.
Help us. Listen, guys, it really does help the stream. It helps people find it right now. Jake and I are going to go for like a pretty good while longer. So let's help get some folks in here for the last half of the show, and we can get some new folks here in the family. Let's go. So that helps the algorithm send it out to more people. So if you would smash, we would appreciate it greatly.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Marcus says, "Oh snap, that's crazy." Thanks for clarification. I'm still going with my theory. Dermot and Rebecca are related. Myself and that dude did that. Yeah, man. Hey, you could still end up being right. Anything's possible, right?
That would be a cool connection though, too, because like her death is so underrated in Scream 4. That is a really good sequence. So to call back to that specifically would be fun.
Yeah, it would. I'm all for it. I thought it was a cool idea. So I'm with you, Marcus. I will pull for it, man. We'll keep our fingers crossed. That's true. And this is another thing I'm going to bring up before we get to our last rumor, if you will. Real quick, Denisha says, "I saw your video, Jake, and I wanted to talk about this." So, guys, there has been, and Chris, I see your super chat. I'll get to you in just a second. Appreciate it. There's what's her name? Melissa Barrera has come out and said that people that have seen the movie have liked it. It's been positive. And Jake, remember I told you on the phone yesterday about pre-screenings, remember early screenings? We talked about it on the phone. And sure enough, it looks like 2 days ago. That's what the rumor is, that 2 days ago, a test screening was done of Scream 6. And Jake, tell me, man, I haven't seen your video yet because it's come out. Yeah, I haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
So, what are the pros and cons of having a test screening this early?
I think that, we were talking about this on the phone yesterday a little bit. And the thing that I said was whenever you hear like, early test screenings or they're going to do reshoots and stuff like that, people always get nervous. But to me, that's that's a positive thing for me most times out of the course of things. Whatever is wrong if there is something wrong with the film, they're actively trying to fix it. Like if they were just like, let's just put this thing out. Okay. That worries me more typically. If you hear about production issues, like, Scream 6 did have the whole Nev Campbell thing, which is a production issue. If there's something that they're worried about not working, this is a positive thing. The fact that they're trying to make it work, they're trying to make it all smooth itself out, and just it's a course correction. And every movie that has ever been made has had some kind of course correction too. People just, people don't realize that. People don't realize that about any movie. Like things that were written onto the scripts originally is 9 out of 10 times not exactly how the movie's going to come out. Like that just almost never happens perfectly. I wish it was that simple, but sometimes you find things that don't work. Or sometimes in the edit, you're just like, this sucks. We have to cut all of this out. You know what I mean? That just happens sometimes. So I do think that if they are doing these early test screenings, there's probably something they're worried about not working. And with all these positive reviews now, it clearly does. So maybe it does work for most a general audience like that, which is a good thing.
It is a good thing. And can you hear me talking at this level?
I can, yeah.
Okay, because I can't push. If I push my voice any harder, it drops out. So I got
water.
I got water.
Water, man.
Dude, I got water here. I've got cough drops in my mouth constantly.
Yeah.
To keep moist mouth and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just can't. I can't be my normal boomy self right now. This is all I can. I am at max volume. If you want to hear me speak. So I know it sounds weird, and it's not. You're probably like, it doesn't sound like normal. That's the reason why, because I don't want to have to end the stream. I want to keep talking with you guys. So, yeah, it to your point, it's smart because if for some reason it doesn't land or there's something that doesn't work, they have lots of time to fix it. You know, they can do reshoots. They got plenty of time before March to go in and doctor stuff up, shoot for a couple of days, whatever the case, whatever case may be. So it's not a bad thing. And it's the only thing is there is a downside to having these test screenings this early. Actually, really any time, but especially this early, Jake, in my mind. And that is the risk of real legit spoilers. Because people now know who the killers are. They know. There are, I don't know how many people. It could be 100, 30, 50. But whoever those people are, they're not under real NDAs. Real NDAs. And there's a risk now for 4 or 5 months that social media people are going to start, I can't believe the killer was Kirby. Or whatever, And are you concerned about that leaking out?
I remember when Scream 5 had some test screenings, people had seen it, some stuff was all over the internet, and there was still people saying different things. Everyone was saying different things, which to me is a positive. There was some people saying it's Richie and Amber. There was that, but there was also a lot of people adamant on Wes and Liv. I remember Wes and Liv was the other big one. I remember reading my comments and a lot of people were like, it's Amber and Richie. A lot of people were like, it's Wes and Liv. And I'm just like, I still don't know. You know what I mean? It's still not spoiled. So no matter what is happening, I think even if it does get spoiled online, there's going to be so much diffusion about it. As long as there's no scene that leaks where it's the reveal, as long as that doesn't happen, I think we're good. We're in the clear, because then it's still anybody's guess, I really hope that they don't do that. I just really hope that the trailer doesn't show too much. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about, I guess, is the trailer showing too much, because then if something leaks and then it's it's Richie and Amber, you know what I mean? And it's in the trailer, you kind of already are starting to think, maybe it's Richie and Amber, I hope something like that doesn't happen. Give us a trailer that's super cryptic and doesn't really give too much away. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I will say this, Craven, you saw the Red Right Hand trailer, right? I'm sorry. I keep bringing...
Yeah, no. In fact, I even have the trailer loaded up if you want to show it in a little bit. I can play it right here on the stream.
Hey, if you want, it's your stream, man. Whatever you want to do. I just we put, there's a little hint in there about who the killer is, and I have yet to see anybody find the hint.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody has found the hint yet, and it's. I made it pretty blatant too. I really thought someone would it is when I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh my god, how did I not notice that? Yeah.
Wow.
I tweeted it.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when I tweeted out the trailer, I was like, there's a little hint in there so you can figure it out. And
dude,
nobody has messaged me anything. I was like, what? I'll tell you after the stream, but yeah, that's all.
Please. Yes. I got to know. I got to pull out my executive producer card. I need to know. We're going to trailer in a little bit, guys, so don't go anywhere. All right. So real quick, Chris bringing in a $5 super chat. Chris, thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate your support. Says Craven, I'm 40 more to 300 subs. So I'm excited, and I know it's not a lot, but it means a lot to me. Dude, that's great. Congratulations. Only 40 away. Jake, I'm telling you, man, every day, every sub counts, doesn't it? No matter on our journeys, all of our journeys. You've got smoothie, you got your smoothie channel, your movie
Yes.
smoothie.
Yeah.
You got your main channel, and I've got my channel, the Movie Bros and God Snacks over there, which is at 108 subs. It's slowly growing. I'm not spending a lot of time trying to grow it. I need to, but it's still moving forward. And so whether you're at 100 or for almost 15,000, they all matter. So Chris, that's awesome. Congratulations to be so close to 300. You'll get there before you know it. And to help you get there a little quicker, sometimes it's just a little dance and song and dance can get you motivated and help keep you forging ahead on your YouTube journey. So let's do a little tasting of the biscuit. What do you think, Jake? You ready to taste the biscuit?
Let's taste the biscuit.
Let's taste it.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Oh, yeah.
Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Get
Mm. Oh. Moose and toaster and moose, baby.
Toaster and moose. Got to get him on the show, Craven. Got to make that happen.
I tell you, man, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna make that happen. Chris, thank you so much, man. And hey, what's up, JT? What's going on, man? From the Horror Boys says TGIF. Yes, agreed. Glad you're here, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you, man. Jake and I are just hanging out, chilling. Now, I saw a comment here, and I want to put it. We're going to see if I can find it. And if I can't find it, then I'll just guess from memory what it was. But someone, it may have been Ernie. I think it was Ernie. Chris says, I love the hot dog one too. Oh, you mean you like the little spicy mustard?
Do you feel the hunger tonight?
This song will again
Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite, if you wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can, because I'm a hot dog.
I'm a hot dog. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. The wow has got it. Makes the whole clip, man. And look here, guys. Carrie Crave Cinema, good friend Carrie, with a $5 super chat. That's so kind of you. Popping in to say I'm excited about Scream 6. And also much love to you and Jake, to the community. Aw, Carrie, we appreciate and love you so much. Thank you for your support. You are a pillar, one of the few pillars, truly, of the community, and an amazing moderator and friend. Thank you for your super chat. You're helping to keep the lights on this month. Because, Jake, our lights have been flickering in our channels, buddy. We got to keep every dollar counts to keep the lights on this month.
November has been nothing less of rough. I mean,
brutal.
I have been like, dude, I haven't had time to sleep this month. I've been working like full days on YouTube and then going and editing the movie. Like it's so much. I don't know. Dude. I don't know, man. I'm really hoping my stream tonight goes well, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like actually kind of worried. Like, ugh.
Yeah, it's not a fun place to be. I know. I've been grinding, and to the point now you hear what's happened. I've basically shot my voice out again. This happened, remember, 3 months ago or so, and it took me out of commission for a week, and I couldn't do anything but post community posts.
Yeah,
and that stunk, dude. At least, I mean, community posts are something, but it like keeps you in circulation. But it's like a video, because you make your income on videos and super chats and memberships. So if you stop making videos, you got no chance in streaming. But
Dude,
if you
yeah.
can't talk, what are you gonna do?
I need to get to the point where I'm at least streaming like for an hour every day or something, because like I just the videos are just this time of year, they just don't hit as hard, you know what I mean? Nobody's looking up horror stuff right now specifically,
Yeah.
I so it's just tough. It's just a tough month for all horror content creators, I think. Most people like take a break this month, and I totally get it. Like I understand. If I was bigger, I would love to. That'd be great. Just plan out December,
Oh yeah, you get to 500,000 subs. You could be on autopilot for a week and be fine. You wouldn't have to worry about it. But we're grinding channels, man. We're in the grinding stage. We're just really growing. We're getting our roots in still. So there's no if you stop, if you stop, everything stops.
Yeah, like I really needed to take a week off back at the first week in November, and because of that, I'm so behind. Like I am ridiculously behind this month. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be. Hopefully I'll figure it out.
Absolutely, man. And like you say, this, it may start tonight on your stream tonight, and maybe get a couple streams in on Thanksgiving week here or there, and.
I'm gonna try. It's just it's a weird time, unfortunately, with everything coming together. Like I have to work on the movie. Like I have to get that ready for December.
Well, that's a good point. You're obligated to a date now. You said, and so makes total sense, man. But Jake, I have faith. I believe it's going to turn around, man. So I think you just keep focused. Is all I would say. Stay focused, keep grinding, and. The curve will happen. It'll turn back around, and
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And you're welcome. I mean it, and same for both of us, because this is, we're being really transparent with the audience, and that's the thing, guys. We're real people. You're real people. We're all in the same boat, and like I say on this channel all the time to you guys, we do life together here, right? So it's not just movies. We're sharing lives. We're sharing our struggles. We're sharing victories, and we celebrate together. We help each other when we're not. All those things. So, thank you for giving us a chance to just kind of be a little and let you guys know kind of what we're dealing with, because this is my lowest month since March. That's how low this month has been. So, but it's okay. We're not going to stop. We're going to continue, and we know that you guys are here and supporting us, and we appreciate it. And speaking of that, Chris with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, you guys have no idea how much that helps. Jake, I see your trailer for the movie and can't wait to see your movie, bro.
I'm really excited for you to see it. Thank you for watching. It really means a lot.
Dude, speaking of watching, I think for Chris's $5 super chat, I think we should do it, Jake. We should do it, man. You guys ready to watch a Scream trailer? A Scream fan film trailer?
Oh.
See, we got your trailer right here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this down for just a second so that we can see the whole thing. Let's see here. There we go. Carrie, I see your super chat. I'll get to it right after this trailer. Oh man, I just read it. Okay. Here we go, guys. Red Right Hand, Jake's film. He's written and directed. Coming out when, Jake?
December 20th.
Yes. And here we go. Buckle up, Buttercup, and listen for the clue. There is a clue as to the identity of the killer. And I'm very excited. I'm going to take off the banner because we're going to give this full screen. I'm even taking Jake and I out. Or Jake, do you want to stay in? How about we stay in? You want to stay in, or do you want me to take you out?
Doesn't matter. However you want to do it.
Man.
It's only a minute long, so yeah, it's all good.
It's only a minute long. I'll tell you, I'm going to try this. If I can do this real quick. Jake, why entertain the crowd here? Entertain the masses for just a moment, please.
How's everyone doing? Welcome to Craven Something Scary. I'm your host, Steven, and today we're going to talk about Scream 6 and some dumb fan film called Red Right Hand. Welcome. There you go.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Whoa, wasn't ready for that. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here. Thank you, Jake. You're such a pro, stepping right in, keeping things rolling, my friend. Okay, guys. Here we go. Please, guys, give your full attention. Here we go for the trailer for Red Right Hand. Jake, can you give me one of your...
Yeah!
Do you ever wonder what lurks in the shadows? Can you see beyond your own pain?
Okay, maybe he's a little weird, but Jamie's an absolute sweetheart. He would not hurt a fly.
I couldn't do it without Jamie's help.
Is he directing it with you?
Oh yeah. He's producing it.
Okay, buddy, come on. We don't want to make a scene.
Fucking moron. Have you noticed how strange Jamie's been acting recently? And I mean fucking stranger than usual.
I'm always waking up to bad news in the morning. If there's bad news.
So what do we do about it? We make horror great again.
Who the
Nice.
fuck is this asshole?
As of right now, all we have is an 8-minute fan film, and nobody's expectations are going to be met if we just put this out.
On a gathering storm.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I got to mute it because we'll get slammed.
Yeah.
Dude, and picture Red Right Hand playing right now with this Red Right Hand. Boom. Dude, so cool. Jake, I'm so excited, buddy. I think it's, guys, give it up for Jake, man. Give it up for Red Right Hand. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And I know you guys flood to his channel when it comes out to watch it and support him. Give him comments, thumbs up, everything. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I have to admit something to you, man.
Yeah.
I did not catch the clue.
You didn't.
I
That's
didn't
okay.
there's a couple of things I think it might be, and I'm gonna go back and really watch it now. Like I mean I dissect it like I would have break down for a movie.
You're going to be mad when I tell you. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You do make clearly the character you're with, and I'm trying to remember I'm terrible with remembering like character names. I know you're Jamie, but the character where you say you effing idiot after he gets in the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's not very nice. This is like, maybe this is like pretending is like that's Jamie's true colors of how he feels about that person. And because I'm like, if it was my buddy, like a real good buddy or something, I wouldn't be, even if I thought the idea was crazy, I wouldn't like shut the door and say, you effing idiot.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
I don't know, man. It may not have anything to do with that. That's just something I caught there. And like, that's a little.
Yeah, that is pretty weird, man.
A little bit. Yeah.
Jamie wouldn't like the killer who's trying to kill him, So, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Then you're eating that picture. And that thing, I'm like, I don't know. I got to go back and frame it and blow it up.
Did you see whose picture I'm eating?
No, and that's what I'm thinking. It might be the clue. And I've got
I don't know, man. You'll have to go back and watch it a few times. There's a lot to analyze there.
Yes.
There's a lot of fun things we threw into that. Me and Matt like carefully dissected all the clips to put in there. We were like, we can't show this because that's a spoiler, and So,
well, that's the thing too. I'm like, there's no way. Like, nothing in here is accidental. Like, I know you're very intent on what you're showing. So I'm very excited to go back and dissect it. But you know what? After the stream is over, Jake's gonna tell me.
He's like, I totally hit the not record button. It's off. I promise. Yeah.
Oops.
What? Yeah. We're not.
Yeah. I leave the stream on live. Oops. Okay, guys. There are super chats to get to. Thank you guys so much. Your super chats are, again, much appreciated. And you're keeping the lights on, and I really do appreciate your help. Here we go. Carrie with another super chat with $2. Thank you, Carrie. I watched Tusk last night. Dude, what the heck did I watch?
We were talking about that on Night Stream about your reaction to Tusk.
Oh, really?
I gotta watch that stream where I gotta watch your reaction. I'm so interested.
Oh my gosh, dude. I tell you what, if you want to see some reactions, the Tusk one and Society.
Society. Oh man.
Bro.
Oh dude. The end of that movie is the wackiest stuff I've ever seen.
I could not believe it. When the shunting began, I'm like, what? What is happening? It was crazy. So before, and listen, guys, after these super chats, I got 3 to get to. We're going to get into what is my most favorite rumor for the trailer. So for those of y'all that left earlier, you guys that left, you're missing out on the biggest, most exciting part. For everyone that's still here, you're going to get rewarded with what I think is the most amazing potential of any of these rumors that have been come out. So just hang on, don't go anywhere, because you don't want to miss this. We're about to get to it. But first, let's play a clip. Jake, do you have any requests, or do you want me to just go crazy?
Give me something crazy. Give me something crazy.
Okay. How about looking for your underpants?
Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where did my underpants go? Where's my underpants?
Who shot that? Who shot that music video?
I don't know, but I love it. I'm so glad they did. And their picture falls down in the middle of the song, the banner. So great.
So great.
Who else do we got? Let's see here. Ernie coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Ernie. Bones and all. Cannibal Thanksgiving horror. Oh.
I still got to see this. It seems really cool.
That sounds like it'd be right up your alley, Jake. I think you would probably like it. I never seen it. Never will.
Did you see the trailer for it?
No. I just heard people talking about it, and I'm like, okay, I've heard enough, because it's like supposed to be like physically could physically make you ill to watch.
Oh wow! I guess I haven't done that much research on it. I've just seen the trailer. It gives me like Stephen King vibes, but it doesn't give me like Terrifier 2 vibes. You know, like.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not so bad then. I don't know. I'm treading lightly on that one. Maybe I'll have to let you watch it first, and I'll say, Jake, what do you think?
That's really shocking if that's because like it doesn't look like it's gonna be that. Like it looks like it's gonna be a little scary, and like I'm down for that, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be like, oh my god, you're gonna throw up watching this movie, But I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so
I don't know. Yeah,
gotta check it out. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? I might be confusing that though, because the one I thought he was talking about was that one that's supposedly outlawed in several countries, where they think they may have actually killed real animals filming it. And
that's Cannibal Holocaust.
That's okay. That's not this then. Okay, I thought Arnie was talking about that movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't like Cannibal Holocaust. Don't watch that movie.
No,
I don't even like it. No, it's too much for me, man. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is Bones and All is a new movie. I think it's just came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the trailer. It looks interesting to me. I haven't really I haven't figured it out. I haven't figured out the vibe of it. But like I said, kind of gives me Stephen King vibes. So, but yeah, don't watch Cannibal Holocaust. Just don't. Don't do it.
I won't do it, man. I've heard it was Oh, thank you so much, Ernie, for your super chat. And we got one more super chat real quick, then we're gonna get to my most favorite rumor. And Chris coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, man. Did you see the Boy Meets World episode? Yeah, Craven. Chris, I have not, man. I haven't forgotten. Like I said, I haven't. I've emailed it to myself. I still have it, but I have not yet done it. And I think you told me, Chris, it was on. I could stream it somewhere. I think it's in my message. Let me know again if you don't mind in the chat where I can stream that episode on. If you don't know, it's fine. I'll research it, but I'm going to. Yes, I'm very excited. Just has not had a chance to stop to do it, but I definitely will. I definitely will. And real quick for your super chat clip, let's see here. What's something. How about a little Jean-Claude Van Damme? It's always good seeing him break a bust out of move. So
yeah.
Let's go, Van Damme. Here we go.
And I'm so behind. Gotta get on up. Move on out. Ain't no place.
Wow.
Damn. What a man.
What a man. That's right. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to do this right now. So if anyone does not want to hear this big rumor, I think Ernie was the one that didn't want to hear it. So Ernie, this is the time to just mute your volume. You don't have to leave the stream. Just mute the volume. And well, actually, you know what? Don't look at the screen because I'm going to put the thing up. And yes, Carrie sent a smile is now streaming. Yes. And I watched it. I watched it yesterday. It's in Paramount Plus. That's right. Okay, so here we go, guys. Ronan says, I'm not watching that again. All I've heard is just horrible things about it. Let's see here. Okay. Let me see. So Sarah, I've given you a wrench. It does. Oh, hold on a second. Why didn't it take it? Hang on a minute. Important business here. Okay, Sarah Campbell is now a moderator. Sarah, you should have a wrench now. I don't know what happened earlier. I thought it didn't go through for some reason. All right. So where are we at? Okay. Okay, Ernie says muted, still in the chat. Well, I'm about to put it on the screen, so I hope he's not looking at the screen. So here we go, guys. And by the way, if you want to have your question answered for sure, Jake and I are getting low on time, so we're going to be going for about 20 minutes at the most. And I have to wrap up because we got Lethal Collective, and we need to take a break and get some video stuff done. Rest my voice, otherwise I'll just be out doing sign language on the Lethal Collective. So if you want to get it in for sure, guys, be sure you send your super chats front of the line treatment, VIP treatment, as always. Okay, Jake, this is the one that broke the camel's back yesterday, and I had to call you. When I saw this, I said, I got to call Jake now because, ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing here. Yeah, thank you, horror boys. Don't look, Ernie. That's right. Thank you. All right, here we go. Jake, check this out, my friend. Renan says, I feel so bad. Here's one more Scream 6 thing. The trailer will confirm the killer, at least some of the time, wears an older, more worn version of the ghost face mask. The best comparison I could think of is Michael Myers in Halloween 2018, though it's not that far gone. Well, Jake, here's a reason why it wouldn't be as far gone, because 1996 was just over 20 years ago, not 40, like Halloween 18.
Right.
Jake, could be my friend that we are getting the return of an OG killer. Could we be getting I'm gonna stop there. I have 3 candidates. No, let me ask you this. I got 3 candidates for you. Okay. Could we be getting Jill Roberts? Could we be getting Angelina Tyler? That's right, guys. The second killer in Scream 3 that was not revealed. Or could it be Stu Macher with his own mask back? Is it possible, Jake, that we'll get one of those 3? Or do you think it will be a new killer who stole an OG's mask? Which do you think is more likely? There you go. Take the floor.
I really think it's somebody new who stole an old mask, because we have that one picture going back to like when we were commenting on all the set pictures from when they were filming and all that. We had this big picture come out where it was somebody took a photograph of something inside of a theater where there's a ghost face and it's in this glass case. It almost looks like a museum. That's how it kind of came off to me. I was almost like, is this like a museum for like a ghost face killings or something? They have some kind of new thing in New York maybe where it's like, hey, let's go through all of this. Yeah, I don't think it's Stu. I know everyone here wants it to be Stu, of course, but I think it's someone who's using Stu or Billy's masks from the OG killings is almost kind of like a middle finger to them. I was kind of talking about how this Ghostface killer, every Ghostface kind of has some connection to Billy and Stu in the sequels, and It's almost always like a positive thing. It's almost like for the most part, it's a positive thing. They're like, we really like what Billy and Stu did. Like they're obsessed with them, like Jill or Richie. But then there's also like Billy's mother in the second movie. There's also Roman, who was in charge of them throughout, the runtime of the first movie. You just didn't know that until the third movie. I think it would be cool if we had a killer who was negatively obsessed with Billy and Stu and sees that what they did back in '96 as this awful thing that has branched out into so many and has inspired all of these other killers. I think it would be cool if we saw someone who was like, I'm putting on the Ghostface mask and killing all these people so it never happens again. I'll be the Ghostface to end all Ghostfaces. If there's no more survivors, there's no more people to connect all the way back to the past and become a Ghostface killer again. It could kind of be a meta commentary on all of the sequels in the Scream franchise too. That was a really long-winded answer based off of that one thing, but I really I'm so dead set on that. I'm like, that would be so fucking cool. What a great way to call back to the original and still be different. You know what I mean? To still find those original pathways here in the 6th entry.
True. And another great way to call back to that original would be something like
that too. You know what I mean? Like that could work too. Sure. Hey man, it could be Stu. It could be Stu wearing his own mask. Who knows?
Yes. I have to tell you guys, when I saw that, Jake, my heart fluttered a little bit. I started getting all the little warm and fuzzies and the possibilities. At least we can talk that it's possible that this could be happening with this older, aged, weathered ghost face mask. You know what? Guess who else, guys, Jake, could have that mask? It could be one Leslie Mocker, Stu's sister, who just had her son killed in 5. And who better to have a Debbie Salt 2.0, Vince's mother, Stu's sister. Leslie Mocker goes off her rocker with Stu's mask, because she could have had that mask from when they lived there. Like, she found it in his bedroom, an extra mask. And she kept it for some odd, macabre reason. Because, he's off living his life out in hiding wherever. And she's kept that mask. Who's to say this could be Leslie Mocker? What do you think about that idea as a possibility?
It could be. I mean, we set that character up in the last film. I know a lot of people were like, oh, we got to have Leslie Mocker and we got to have Christina Carpenter in this movie. I don't know, man. I mean, like, maybe... I'm just so like the family thing's been done. You know what I mean? That's my thing. It's like the family thing's been done, and that's just Debbie. It's just Debbie all over again. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I don't know. I love the Stu connection. Like I'm all about that. I'm all about Matthew Lillard coming back for a little something here at the end or something. That could be fun, but I don't know. I just feel like if you do that, it's just the same thing as 2 all over again. And I don't care if you call it Scream 6 or Scream with 2 exclamation points. That's just the same thing we've already gotten. You know?
Yeah. Well, here's another thing too. What if one, and Omni brings up a point, and I was about to go there also. What if it's someone who is related to Jill, and has a Scream 4 mask, or Charlie? I mean, I know maybe it's a stretch, but I mean, we're talking about OGs, right? And so, if this old weathered mask, it has to be from one of these films, dude. Like if they're it has to be one of the Scream movies. So is it 4? Is it 1? I think I bet the fandom overall, I know on my channel what it would be, but I think overall in the fandom, I still think it would go back to the OG mask was what people would want, but it could be from 4. Could it not? I mean, Kirby's back.
It could be, yeah.
I don't know.
We've already seen countless callbacks to Scream 4 specifically for this movie. Like just Kirby Reed being involved in at all that's a massive Scream 4 callback. Jill's flowers was a set piece for this.
Bingo.
Don't forget. Lots of callbacks to Scream 4. I wouldn't be surprised if the motive had something to do with that. I'm not. You guys know how I feel about the just family connections because. I mean, that's like if someone came, I don't know. I just feel like that's the same thing as if someone came in and was like, I'm your secret brother, Sam. Ha ha. I'm Billy Loomis's son. That's just Roman all over again. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Yeah. It's like, okay, you're literally just copying and pasting something from another movie. That just never works in any sequel to any franchise, I think, when you're just copying and pasting the same structure of another plot. You know what I mean? Like, I can't get into that. If they hadn't touched that territory already with the family angle, I'd be like, okay, maybe that could work. But there's no way you're going to be able to watch that and be like, oh, this is totally different than Debbie Salt. I mean, you know what I mean? It's going to be the same thing if it's the revenge motive for killing my good boy. He did nothing wrong, you know. Like it's just gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing. I don't know. Just my opinion.
What if it's Gail Weathers? Oh, I just don't. Look, anything's possible. Let's get that out right. But I just don't think that makes a lot of sense with where we're at now. I think, because especially now, some might say, well, hey, Dewey was killed. Maybe she snapped. But I just didn't get that vibe from her at the end of 5, She was ready to write a book attributing to him, like a tribute. I don't think that would fit, Jake. What do you think, man? It just doesn't seem like it would fit to me.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I don't know what would have happened in the time between Scream 5 and now for her to snap, because she is so like she's accepted it at the end of that movie. It would just be such a weird direction. It almost would be like throwing out that ending in a way if they made her the killer. You know what I mean? Be like, oh yeah, screw all of that. We're actually, this is what happened now. So if this is going to be like a whole trilogy or just a duology as we know now, it's got to feel congruent. You know what I mean? It's got to feel like one long story. And if they do something like that, it's going to feel like a new setup for a new movie just with the same characters.
Yeah, 100%. Sarah says, I want to see the classic Peanut Eye go. I know, going way back, baby. Yeah. And you know what else is awesome to see? Or when you guys chats, and Justin Proper, what's up, Justin, with the $5 super chat? Says, nope, I'm not falling for any Scream trailer news. Never again. I understand. Clips Comprehend burned a lot of people. I'm kind of with Jake, and that's why, I mentioned it. I never believed personally. I never trusted him, I should say, right? There was always a chance he was right, but he proved his credibility, and it's not trustworthy. So I get it, Justin, totally. And listen, all of this today, and you'll hear more on Lethal Collective, I'm sure. We'll dive into it. It's grain of salt. It's rumor, grain of salt. all of this could be completely wrong. It's screen with 2 exclamation points, and there's no weathered map. All this stuff could be wrong, but I tend to lean more on this being true, especially that the screenings happened. There's some of this information is, I think, more founded more in reality and more than imagination. So, but we'll see. I love this though. Justin says, by the way, the People versus Stu Macher was such an awesome stream. Hashtag Stu Train. Hashtag get up. Justin left me a message, and Justin, I shared it with everyone that was on the panel for the Stu Macher trial, including Jake, and where you gave that very nice email and message rather, and said how you've been listening to it every day on your way to work, I believe, or at work, and that you were so impressed with that meant a lot to all of us, right, Jake? I know.
Yes.
It was very kind. This is a very kind comment. And if you're here, I'm pushing. If you're here and you're not sure if you're a believer in Stu Macher, there's over 60 people here. If you're like, I don't know that Stu's alive, or if you're like, he's dead, dead. Or if you're like, yeah, he's absolutely alive, which is my position. Doesn't matter where you're at on that scale. Jake, what should they do? They should go watch.
Go watch it. Go watch the People versus Stu Macher. It's honestly one of the best streams I've ever been able to be a part of. That was so much fun. I had a blast. My lawyer showed up, thankfully. Killian J. Jacobs. So
yes,
it was a really good time.
He did a good presenting your side of things, man. He did a great job.
Yes. Oh yeah. I pay him well. So.
Okay. So, Chris says that episode's on Disney Plus. Thank you, Chris. Great. Well, now I know where I can find that episode of the show. It's on Disney Plus. Perfect. Justin, thank you so much for your super chat. Let's see. Let's get a clip out here. How about we do a little bit of, Jake, sometimes, you're often in a hurry. You're very busy. You're always running, trying to get to the next thing. But sometimes going too fast can slow you down, because if you're not careful and you don't watch where you're going, you could fall.
Nice.
Always take your time. Justin, thank you for your generous super chat. And thank you again for your support of the People versus Stu Macher. General, if you're here still, or Carrie, if one of you would be so kind as to put a link right now for that stream, that would be awesome. Because I know with 63 people, there are a lot of people here that have never seen that. That was back in June. They've never even heard of it probably till now. So I would greatly appreciate that. Let's keep that stream going. It's like 2,500 views. Let's get that to 5,000. That should be 10,000 views, man. Let's blow it up. Thank you so much, Justin. And real quick, Lighting Ghost coming in with a $2 super chat. Did y'all see the photo of Tobin Bell and Saw 10? Yes. Lighting, I have not done a video about it yet on an update, but I certainly will. I do plan to do that. It is it's great to see him again, Jake.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Did you see the photo or have you?
Yes, I did see the photo. I think it's just like, oh, there he is. Let's go.
I'm so excited. You can see my cat in the background, by the way. Yeah.
Aw.
she is very hungry, but I can't feed her till 5. So yeah. She's bugging me. Sorry. But yeah, no. I'm so excited though. When I saw that picture, I was just like losing my mind. It was just like, oh my God, we're getting like, this is Saw again. You know what I mean? This just feels like,
yes.
Oh, this is like one of those. I feel like we haven't seen, like, I loved Spiral. You know what I mean? But I feel like we haven't seen like an original, like, oh, we haven't seen a new Saw movie in a while. So I'm just really excited for Tobin Bell to be back. I'm very curious as to who that kid he's talking to is. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Same, brother. I am so excited. Like you say, just seeing him back. It's like, okay, it's like everything's coming back, dude. You know, it's just so great to see these franchises coming back again, and so close together. Like just all these movies happening in a very short period, if you think about it.
Dude, it's about to get horror is about to get completely nuts right now. Like everything is booming. Everything. October of next year is going to be insane. I'm very excited for all of it.
Oh, same here, man. And Lightning Ghost, thank you for your super chat, man. Real quick, we'll play a clip for you. You know, sometimes trying to sift through rumors and truth can be very confusing, Jake, right? Because you have all different sides talking. It can be very confusing. So we got to make sure when we communicate on our channels that we have proper grammar.
Is confusing.
It is confusing. Say your god pronouns.
It's important to speak properly.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. Cat's name. Give us the scoop.
So this is Church, and she's named after Pet Cemetery. Come here. Come here, little one. There we go.
Oh, hello, Church.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, and she'll just sleep on my shoulders sometimes. It's great. She's the best.
Okay. So she's she's camera shy. It's okay. So she's a snuggling cat. She's
she actually likes to be picked up. It's weird. Like she'll if I'm editing, like she'll come in my room and she'll like hop on my lap and then she'll just hop on my shoulder and I'll just be editing with a cat on my shoulder. She's like a little parrot. I love it.
Parrot. That's so cool.
Yeah, she's the best. We have 2 cats and the other one's name is just Kevin. Like just that's it.
Aww.
One is named after a horror movie and it's like, oh, this is from something, but the other one's just human name of Kevin. That's it.
Kevin.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I think I got everything here. Okay, that's okay. Great. I got all the super chats. So as we start to wrap up now, guys, I want to say subscribe to Killjoy Jake. Come on now. Please, guys. Jake, you are so close. You're about to hit. Tell us what you're about to hit. You're on the verge.
I'm so close to 14K. Like I'm inching my way there. Like I said, it's been a tough month, but
wow,
yes, I'm so
happening.
close. Yeah, I'm so close. So please help us get to 14K. That'd be awesome. I would appreciate that.
Yes, please do, guys. Let's get Jake to 14,000. He's almost there. Let's do it. And if you guys if you happen to be here, you're new to the channel, you just came on, maybe it was referred to you on your YouTube homepage today, and you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate your subscription. Become a part of the family. We do this 2 or 3 times a week. Plus, I do a lot of videos. If you like Scream, this is the place to be, baby. It's going to be content, theories. It's about to get ridiculously paced. Jake and I were talking about that. The pace is about to get insane. When the trailer drops in a few weeks, could be literally in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to get nuts. So, yeah, stay tuned on that. So, Jake, let's close the stream by saying last thoughts on collectively what we've heard from these rumors, if they end up being true. Again, they are rumors. But how do you feel about Scream 6 right now? What's your temperature before we see the streaming?
I mean, everything I'm hearing about it, rumors, things that are confirmed, like, we got that whole Melissa Barrera statement this morning. Everything is just right up my alley. It sounds like everything I want to see in a new Scream, new entry in the franchise. Everything that I want them to do, it seems like they're actually doing that. And that just brings a lot of joy to my horror heart. So I'm just very excited to see what they do with this new film. I'm color me intrigued. I'm so excited to see what they do with this. I hope it's a little darker, but still has all the DNA of what makes the franchise great. And I don't know, everything that we're talking about, it's so excited. Can't wait for a trailer, man.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Before I give my closing comments, I mean, JT from the Horror Boys right here at the end just gifted 5 memberships for the channel. 5
wow.
memberships. JT, man, you are so generous. Thank you, man. That is incredible. 5 memberships. So I want to welcome Extron. Yeah, hey, Extron, what's up, dude? Extron, Nick Harrison, Rick Wan, RDK, Horror Tori. What's up, Tori? And Ernie Bird. All of you guys have just been gifted memberships to Craven Something Scary. You are now Cravenites in the cult of Craven, thanks to JT at Horror Boys. So, guys, make sure you thank JT and Horror Boys right now for your memberships for a month. That is incredible and so generous of you to do, JT. Just incredible. Thank you so much for that. And I think that's actually the second time, Jake, that JT has gifted 5 memberships. So
wow.
JT has now
Oh my
gifted
God.
10 memberships to this channel. It's just unbelievable, so generous. JT, thank you, man. Welcome to the family. That's right. So let me say my favorite thing to is welcoming new members, and I only get to say it when I'm live streaming. So I will say with the little voice that I have, I'll say all 5 of you for Extron, Nick, Rick Wan, Tori, and Ernie, welcome. You've just now entered the inner circle of the cult of Craven. Now you are no longer just a subscriber, a watcher, a liker, and a commenter. You are now part of the core inner circle family of this channel. You will now get to have invitations to members only watch parties, streams, and posts. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Welcome to the family. And hopefully, guys, you'll enjoy yourself so much that you'll decide to stick around even beyond your gifted membership from the Horror Boys and stick around and be a Cravenite for life. Like we talked about today, we've celebrated anniversaries of 10 months and 7 months. People that have just come and they've stayed because they're part of the family. And when you're friendly, you never leave. It's your family. You're a part of the group. You're part of it. So Chris says, see what I mean? The horror community, great people, much respect for y'all. Absolutely. JT, thank you again, my friend. That is so kind, bro, beyond kind. And Sarah says, welcome to all new members of the inner circle. Rona says, do we have Kool-Aid? The last cult I was in had Kool-Aid. Rona, we have a very special blend of Kool-Aid for our members. So yes, we absolutely do. And I'll you go Lethal Collective. You never go back.
Yes.
On any other channels when you got the 4 Lethal. So like, come on, man.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So that's very kind. Again, thank you. What an amazing way to end this live stream today with 5 new channel members. And Jake, this was a great time. I really had a blast, buddy. I appreciate you coming and hanging out for a couple hours, man. And I hope you had a great time as well.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a blast coming on. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, as always. And I'll be showing up on your stream sometime soon on your channel as well. So
yes. Ooh.
Everyone stay tuned. You'll be visiting us together on Jake's channel in a couple of days. And last thing I was going to say was, as far as like how I feel about 6 after knowing this information or these rumors, I'm excited. I'm just excited. I think it's great. If it comes true, I'm super excited. And I think the potential is great. And guys, you guys know I've said this for over a year and a half. Well, I've had the channel for a year and 2 months. So a year and 2 months. The radio teams and guys specifically have an opportunity before them to do the right thing, to bring Stu Macher back. It can happen in this trilogy. They've been very smart so far with having Sam be Billy's daughter. The door is now open to the past. You've got the breadcrumbs in Scream 5, which I think they are clearly there if you really pay attention. And so does Matthew Lillard, by the way. I don't know if I told you this, Jake. Matthew Lillard was at a conference in San Antonio 2 weeks ago. I did tell you this, I think, 2 weeks ago. I haven't told anybody on the channel yet. And real quick, I'll close with this. 2 weeks ago, Matthew Lillard was at a channel with Skeet and Jamie, and they asked him about if Stu is alive. And of course, we all know Matthew believes he is alive. Of course he's alive. He was going to be in Scream 3. Of course he's alive. He hasn't died since then. Anyway, so yeah, he's alive. So yeah, he says, yeah, Stu's alive. And he says, in fact, he said, the writers of Scream 5 put Easter eggs in the movie showing Stu is alive. And Jamie Kennedy was like, wait. What Easter eggs? And he says, well, there was a conversation right when he said that, either Skeet or someone in the audience interrupted him. And, Matthews like bounces off the walls. He's so high energy, and he never finished his sentence. I'm like, no, it was like right there. So my point is, Matt, this is the time. Now, it could be, I want it to be 7, personally. I still don't want it in 6, believe it or not. It sounds crazy for me to say that, but I'll take it if it's there. I'm not going to hate it. But this faded mask, it certainly gives me hope that this could happen.
Yeah. We could be leading up to that. There was little tiny crumbs of that in Scream 5 that maybe Stu's still out there with that little. Yes. There is a little Easter egg we've all identified with the right next to the Kirby one. I wonder if they have something even bigger and even more egregious in Scream 6 that leads into something in 7, that would be master planning. I think that would just be really cool if they do something like that. So we'll just have to see, man. We got the crumbs now. Do we get a little piece of the pie in the next one? And then like the whole last thing in 7, that could be it. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, man, totally. We're gonna have to wait and see. But the potential's there, and that's exciting. And real quick here, I see we got Matt Apple coming in with a $1.79 super chat. Thank you. So say, Stephen, please see my previous chat. You know what, Matt Apple, it might be easier if you could just type it right now. If you have a comment, just if you could just put it in real quick. I will start looking for your comment, but
it's like right there. Like if you just scroll up a
did I just miss it? Oh, yeah, okay, hold on.
If you just scroll up like a bit, it's right above Jason Evans.
Can you give me a timestamp? That would be amazing. Oh, I see it. Okay, I see it. Okay, here we go. Thank you for your super chat very much, Matt Apple. Hey, Stephen, it's Brian. Hey, Brian. Oh, yeah. What's up, Brian from the UK? It's been ages since I was able to get. It has been. I saw your name there. I'm like, oh, Matt Apple. I haven't seen you in a while. Given the time difference, I know, which was another reason, Jake, doing these 1:30, these weird quote times, may be a good idea to do regularly, like once a week, to change it up. Can we get spicy mustard to sign off? You know what? Heck yeah, we can do spicy mustard. I'm not going to say no to that. Guys, I want to thank you all. Jake, I'll see you backstage in just a second. But for everyone else, thank you for your generous super. Thank you for renewing your membership. Horror Boys, JT, thank you for your gifting of 5 memberships. And everyone that was liked the video, that gave it a thumbs up. You guys helped this stream. And if you haven't done so yet, please hit that thumbs up button as you're leaving, because it does help this in replay to find new audiences. All right? Subscribe to Killjoy Jake. Show him your love. Join us at the Lethal Collective. We start in an hour and 20 minutes. And Jake, I think you're hosting, right? Because I haven't seen any notification yet.
They're not.
I think it's all you, buddy.
Oh man, well I got to set that up, I guess. So let's
let's wrap this thing up.
Puppy up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, here we go. Spicy mustard for Matt Apple. This is for you, my friend. Everyone, have a wonderful Friday. And again, I'm gonna look for you guys in an hour and a half on Lethal Collective. But for those of you who may not be able to make it, and even for those of you who do, between now and then and the rest of your day, do something today. Just anything, even if it's small, to make someone else's life and day better today, for you having been in it, for you having come across their path. And you know what, guys? If we make an effort to make someone else's life better in some little way, it makes our life better too. All right. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Great to see you. I missed you this week. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, everyone. Get that spicy mustard up. Here we go.
Do you feel the hunger tonight? Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite,
I'm a hot dog.
dip me in spicy mustard, then you can. Because I'm a hot dog.
I'm a hot dog. Wow.